Feel free to talk among yourselves.
But actually, this is how the process works. We get together and ideas bounce back and forth, and sometimes they're lame, but sometimes they're...
So we can easily do that because our styles would mesh.
Because you got the in Hero Years I'm Dead. I've got for those of you who are real old line Champions players, I got the Star Wars, the Strike Force universe, and Mike and Timothy has the thing he's been working on.
Yeah.
They'll probably all be very different characteristically, and that'll be even cooler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because with the in Hero Years I'm Dead, I get to figure out which era I want to play with.
Yeah.
So.
And actually,
well, I want to thank you all for helping promoting this.
Interestingly enough, we had breakfast with the Bane people today, and I found out that my next Cobra book, which I assumed was going to be scheduled for next fall, is going to be, February, March, April, May, sometime in 2015, so several months later, which means I actually have some space in my schedule.
Cool.
So this is now looking possible.
March. I'm thinking March, April. I ought to be open. And when is StellarCon? Are you going to do StellarCon next year?
They don't invite me.
It's an even-numbered year, isn't it? The year we're all supposed to go.
No, but they didn't invite us all last time.
Yeah, a different crew has taken over. They have no sense of history.
So you two will be invited this time, and I won't. Okay.
You'll just have to find another convention to love us.
What? Yes. Well, there's Origins.
There is
I think they're going to bring us all back.
Oh yeah, Origins will bring us all back. That is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of the budget. Origins.
I titled this "Conspiracy for Fun and Profit."
Next year when you cover DragonCon?
Just wait for the Kickstarter.
Oh, believe us, we'll announce the hell out of it.
Take my money.
We will.
Quick question on the mechanics. How long does it take once we turn the stories in to get it into ebook and print on demand or whatever?
Once we've got it final, we'd have to probably use someone like Jean Raby as an editor just to give it a once over, and I'm sure she'd be willing to do it. Once she hands a manuscript over to me, question is if we want to get it illustrated, that's going to add about 2 to 4 weeks for illustrations. But once I've got all the pieces, we could have, once I get the pieces, it would take about 2 days maximum to do a PDF so that we'd be able to check it. So we'd be able to do a galley on the PDF, and then it would be 8 days after that's approved that we would have physical copies.
So we're talking
generating good-looking copy, for people to read in EPUB or a PDF. It's not very difficult.
So with artwork, we're talking 6 to 8 weeks tops.
Yeah.
So June.
And we could hire an artist to be doing stuff, even off the rough draft. We just give them
Don't do this at home. We are pros.
If we decide, let's say we wanted 6 illustrations, or let's say we've got 6 characters that we want illustrated, the villain, a couple of minions, and then the primary heroes we've got. You've got Denny. Getting the black and whites done for that would be relatively simple. It could be done while we're rough drafting stuff.
So theoretically, we've got till April to get the stories done.
Yeah, easy.
To get it by Origins.
To get it by Origins, yeah, absolutely. Or we get it a little bit later, we'd have it here.
So
Here.
Origins.
You'll give us another. We'll have a publication. We'll have a publication party right here.
Are tweeting this.
We have it recorded. It's on Twitter imprint.
Yeah. Hashtag triple threat.
Were you guys all friends before Star Wars collaboration, or did that? Because you guys seem like.
I'll tell you a little known secret. In the early 1980s, Mike was a editor and writer for Flying Buffalo Incorporated, which is a game publisher.
Yeah.
I was a writer and editor for Steve Jackson Games, and editor of their magazine Space Gamer. And Timothy Zahn was selling fiction to us.
No, you didn't sit down.
Well,
No,
told us at Space Gun.
yeah.
So yeah, we've known each other at least through correspondence since about 1980, 81. Mike and I met on a horrifying road trip from our respective cities to Origins 1982 in Baltimore, Maryland.
We met at a truck stop in Oklahoma.
We had chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak was, yeah, we're driving cross country, okay, to get, because I think the convention was in Baltimore, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're it got to the point where I had decided early on in the trip from Phoenix, and we had guys who were down from San Francisco. We were Hero Games, Flying Buffalo, and then Steve Jackson Games. We were all going cross country. I had decided that, and the only thing I was going to eat going cross country was chicken fried steak. That way, when we arrived at a restaurant, if I had to go use the bathroom or I had to go get gas or anything like that, someone else could order for me. Okay, and by the end of the trip, every male on the thing was ordering chicken fried steak. It was much simpler to do that than have to think.
No thinking involved. And the women were looking at us horrified.
But then again, it's truck stops. That's about the only thing that won't kill you.
But Mike was also selling fiction to Space Gamer. He had a series about a ground effects vehicle pilot and his pet ogre, which is a gigantic cybernetic tank. And Tim told us stories about a warrior in a fantasy environment whose talking sword was smarter than he was. And that was really how we got to know each other professionally. And so yeah, that's been more than 30 years.
But I mean, I had the contact with them, but none of this really started going until Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, I knew a lot of authors, but I didn't socialize with a lot of authors. I mean, meet them at conventions and, you know, hi, how are you?
Having socialized with us now, you realize that was the originally good choice.
It was really, yeah. But you know, there are writers who their job is their life, and that's not the way it is with me. So, you know, I'm happy to meet them and chat and such in mail.